This is the Infinix Smart 4 Plus. In general, what is my thought with the Infinix smartphone? Because I guess I have used a lot of them. I mean 10 plus smartphones I have reviewed. We did the durability. They are good, durable, solid smartphones. They don't give you a higher processor, which you do get on other. They don't give you the higher megapixel like the 48 or other things. No type C, no fast charging. Display I guess is okay. Selfie is also okay, 16 megapixel. At least it is higher compared to the what you get on the other phones. So, and yeah, they are very great battery champion smartphones. So this is my some of the impressions with the Infinix smartphone. All right, now we have the Infinix Note 7 and they claim to give you a lot of good things, and today we're going to do a quick unboxing as you're seeing right now. See what are the contents you're getting inside the box. And yeah, they do give you a lot of things on this price segment, like especially the tempered glass, screen protector, back case, back, which you don't give on some of the other phones, especially if you're around 10K. All right, so that's the box content, and here is the phone. So this is the Infinix Note 7, a very huge smartphone. So my first impression with this phone is really huge. I mean, it is a big smartphone, the biggest I have tried after so many years. This is 6.95 inches display, close to 7 inches. I'm not sure about the weight. Probably it is 230 grams something. They haven't mentioned on the box, I guess. It's nowhere mentioned about the weight. If I find out, I will put in the description or something in the text here. Okay, so this is about the box and the phone. All right, here's the quick look on the phone itself. A new design texture, plastic polycarbonate back panel, and they got some different lines here, different colors as I rotate my phones. A very round circular camera ring, similar that I have seen on other phones and Motorola phones, and 10-year-old Lumia 1020. Nothing new, but new for Infinix. At least they're trying something new. It is good. And you get this side mounted fingerprint sensor, which is actually very fast. As you can see, if I just touch, and it unlocks super quickly. Volume buttons, you get the 3-in-1 card slot, that is two 4G VoLTE SIM card followed by a 256GB expandable storage. On the bottom you have the micro USB headphone jack. This is your calling mic, and you have a single speaker which supports DTS HD sound. All right, 16 megapixel front camera, 48 megapixel quad camera, followed by a quad LED setup, which is something very rare. So sounds interesting. So getting inside, let's talk about the display. So this is the display, as you can see, currently set to the auto brightness, and it's 6.95 inches HD plus 20.5:9 aspect ratio, and you get a pinhole punch hole, company is calling as a pinhole display, okay, on the left side, which is 16 megapixel front camera. And about the display quality, the best way to test a display for me is I always try to go outside. I mean, I don't try to check the display indoor, because in indoor environment most of the displays they do well, and yeah, it works perfectly. And if I'm trying to see the display outside, I will say it is manageable to see all the contents. You can read all the text. It has got 480 nits of brightness, and it's not very bright because, as you can see, I am indoor and by default it's set to auto brightness and it's already maxed out. So it's okay, it's not very brightest, it's acceptable level brightness, and sharpness contrast is also okay. But if you just try to look very closely, you can see some bit of pixelation, because this is HD display, a very big stretched out display. That's why this is happening. If it is full HD, you may have see some better sharpness. So after so long time, I am seeing an Infinix smartphone which is performing flawlessly. You know, as a brand, Infinix don't try to use the newly launched processor to launch their phone. It is still reserved for other brands like the Realme and the Redmi. They take the latest smartphone. This phone is having the MediaTek G70 processor. We have seen in some of these smartphones like I guess Narzo 10A and Realme C3, couple of smartphones. And the G series is especially for the gaming. It performs very well. I mean, I tried to play Xball Extreme, PUBG is banned, so I cannot play it. And when playing Xball Extreme for around 20-25 so minute, I find it to be okay. I mean, there is no lag so far because this processor is slightly old, already tested. There's no hitting issues. It works flawlessly. But yeah, I do find it like the gyroscope is not really great. I mean, I need to twist it more compared to other smartphones. Not sure whether the big display is the reason, big phone is the reason, or maybe sensor is not properly calibrated. I don't know, but I find it to be, having the more twist compared to my regular smartphones. Okay, this is what I have noticed. Or in general about the casual performance, if you're not a gamer, how about that? First, take a look on the number. So this is the Antutu score, quite high, not the highest, around 170K is good for this price segment. And here is your Geek benchmark, which again good. Multi-core score is above 5K. That's why huge applications are working great, and single score is also quite good, around 1.7K. Does well. Opening, closing, minimizing, launching application is very very fast. Coupled with the 4 gigs of RAM, it does very well. Thanks, they have at least 4 gigs of RAM. I wish there could have been at least 6 gigs of RAM model too, because I mean it's a trend. I mean everybody wants having more RAM if it is feasible. So in general, Infinix Note 7 is performing really great. I just wish they could have given at least G80 something like processor, which is we're getting on this price segment. Okay, let's talk about the camera. How about the camera? We haven't seen higher megapixel. This time they are giving you 48 megapixel. That's why there's a camera bump. And this is not the Samsung, this is not the Sony, this is the OmniVision camera sensor. Whatever, we don't care. Actually, I don't care. I really want good photographs. That's it. I don't care from which manufacturer it's just coming. And about the photo quality, we can see a lot of samples I have taken. I mean, I try to pick all the bright colors, beautiful colors that you can see in my father's garden, and I'm really proud to have that garden. Okay, so colors are good, not the oversaturated, not very exactly natural. I will say most of the colors are slightly undersaturated, which I think it's okay. And some color are especially, like the orange, for example, as you can see, it is not very very vibrant, but still is close to very natural. Why I'm saying it is not slightly oversaturated, because as you can see, when you try to post photos on Facebook, try to share on Twitter and Instagram, WhatsApp, images are already being compressed, so you again gonna see slightly bit of compressed image, which may not be as bright as you may have taken. So if it is slightly overexposed, it is better. But seeing the photo quality of here, I find it okay. I mean, that again, I will say after so long time, I'm seeing a good photograph from the Infinix phone. Higher megapixel, you can take a lot of advantage. Good photographs, colors are coming okay. And about the other sensors, you get 2 megapixel macro lens. If you're taking photograph in a bright outdoor situation, you get a very very great macro shot. It's just 2 megapixel, but depends on light, your results may vary. And another lens is your depth sensor. Using that, you can take some bokeh effect, you can create some bokeh effect. And the fourth camera is a low light camera, which helps you in taking better low light photographs. There are a few samples I'm showing you. You can just decide whether night mode is really working or not. Overall photos look good. Some bit of sharpness issues is there, like especially when the object is very far. Otherwise it does very well. And if you go to the video mode, there you can film only videos in 1080p 30 frames per second. There is no 4K. I was hoping there should be some 4K. I think so, processor is capable, but there is no 4K support yet. You can just only film in 1080p 30 frames per second. There is a stabilization mode is given based on the software. You may get some better results with that. Also, there is a slow motion video. You can film with that up to, on the HD mode. So this is about the rear camera, and let's speak about the front camera. You get the 16 megapixel front camera there. So here's the quality. Having more megapixel will definitely give you more sharpness, but yeah, I do find here photos are having some bit of beauty mode. For example, currently my house is under construction. I'm quite busy with my stuffs, and my pings are little bit of dark as compared to usual. But if you just look on the photo, you can see the lips are slightly pink, not in dark color. So yeah, it doesn't work well. There's a beauty mode. Also guys, let's take a look on the software of this device. This is how the default launcher looks like. I haven't changed anything, just moved some of the application icons here and there. And inside, if you go, you can see the layout. And you will see some instant apps. So I consider it as an attachment, even though there is an option you can easily hide or unhide it if you want. And there are some bit of applications, pre-installed application already there. I guess there are a lot of them. And most of them I find you can easily install it. So that's not a problem. And this is the about section of this device. You can see this is called as a Cheetah ROM XOS, and of the device information you can see here. And there are some bit of notification coming from lot of pre-installed application. And there are some pre-built utilities too, like the dark theme and a screen recorder and game mode, which may increase some bit of performance. So I mean, point is, it's a heavily customized ROM. You need to spend some time to make it look alike according to where you wanted it. Alright guys, let's talk about the battery and the charging stuff. This phone is having 5000 milliamps battery, and considering and seeing the size and the weight, I was hoping it for at least 6000, but still 5000 is a very decent number. Okay. And about the charging capacities and stuffs, here is a micro USB which supports 18-watt charger, and the box charger is again 9 volt 2 ampere, which is 18 watt. Charging time is around 2 hours 15 to 20 minutes based on how you are using. Okay, so I find it around 2 hours plus of charging. Now the most important stuff, the battery backup. I told you a lot of times earlier on the past Infinix smartphones review, with some reason Infinix phone are giving great standby and the battery backup. As claimed by the company, this phone can give you 50 days of standby. I mean, this is ridiculously huge, and with the past smartphones that I have tested about the Infinix, I managed to get around 30 days plus, which are having around 4000 capacity. So I kind of sort of agree. Okay. And about the battery backup, I use the phone, the Wi-Fi and the 4G mode, auto brightness, and I didn't use the headphone jack till now. I only use the speaker mode while playing games, while watching videos. Counting all this thing, I am reaching around 10 hours of screen on time perfectly. I've used this phone twice. I mean, discharge completely and then charge again. I reached 10 hours plus of screen on time. So battery backup is really, really great. You're not going to disappoint it. Yeah, charging is a little bit of slow. There is no micro, there is no type C. I'm missing that thing because I need to search for the micro USB, which is pain. A couple of limitation, but you get a lot of good battery backup. Okay. Some other things, like there is a gasket protection around the SIM tray. Seems phone is sort of splash proof. We'll verify on the durability. And there is a DTS HD sound support on the single speaker on the bottom side. And about the quality, it is good. I don't find it, very bad. It's decent sound quality. Okay. And about the loudness, it's not very, very loud compared to some of the other budget phones that I'm seeing. Typically, I used to, maintain the volume of on the speaker around 70, 65, 70, 75 maximum. And here I need to reach out beyond 80, 85, sometimes 90 to hear it clearly, for example, around 3 feet of distance. So loudness can be increased a little bit more. So that's about the speaker. So yeah, guys, that's been it. This is the Infinix Note 7. And yeah, I forgot to tell you, there is no charging indicator like on the Smart 4 Plus. There is a LED notification light here, right here. But here on the Note 7, there is no charging indicator or LED light on the front. Okay, that's about the Infinix Note 7. Really big phone, kind of a true Note phone, very heavy, great battery backup, good camera, decent display, all the cool stuff. Processor is also improved and good processor. So that's been it. Do let me know your thoughts about the Infinix Note 7, how it is overall. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.